Welcome back to the Coming Off the Edge, Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we are back with another Scott Fishbowl mock draft, joined by my bros, Corey Spala, Nate Povo, Herms in the building. And we may have a little guest appearance by one of our good friends from Football Friends Production. Who knows? We don't know yet. But everybody's here in the draft room. It's going to be exciting. But before we kick it off, well, 3, 2, 1. Happy Scott Fish Mock Draft 2.0.
Okay.
How's it going, guys? What's going on?
What up?
Hey.
What up?
Here we are. Nate, you're on the clock. Nate, you're off the clock.
Yeah, I'm aware. It's kind of hard to not know. Like, it's right here.
It is right here. Didn't you take Lamar last time too?
Yep.
Were you third both times?
Yep. I'm third in the actual Scott Fish Bowl. Shout
I'm
out
12
Denver
in the
Division.
actual Scott Fish Bowl. I wish I'm starting to look at. I'm in a mock draft right now, slow draft with the going for 2 peeps, and it's going pretty well. I don't mind it whatsoever.
That's awesome.
And also, thank you to Gator J, Ryan Pros, Andrew Hall, Joey, and Omega King for joining this. Joshua, beware his no green dots, so we're not going to thank you in the moment.
Yeah, it looks like his pick's gonna run out here.
It happened last time too. There was a guy that, I mean, whatever, it's all good. Doesn't happen. It'll go on auto draft. The auto draft team last time actually did really well. It had like 6 straight running backs.
Dude, my home league one year is probably like 4 or 5 years ago. We had this girl who forgot about the draft, auto drafted her whole team. She won the championship.
That happened to me too. It was actually kind of funny.
Yep.
Good job, Andrew Hall.
Oh, do I have
Burrow? Who dey?
Who dat?
I hope that
Kinda
guest
what I
appearance
figured.
happens, Chef.
I'm sorry.
I hope that guest appearance happens. Is that the one you were talking about? Who day?
Yeah.
We'll have to pay attention to that. But yeah, happy Scott Fish Mock. Herms, you're on the clock.
Yes.
And you're a 9, just like me. So I picked an 8. Are you
Heyo.
gonna? Don't give away our secrets.
Absolutely not. Why would I do that?
I'm just trying to see what kind of quarterbacks fall to the 12 spot. That's all I'm doing. That's why I'm here. Every
I'm
mock
just
draft.
going to be overly aggressive and do this anyway. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't hate it. If he does what everybody says he's gonna do, that's a great pick.
It's one of the guys that has been falling to me in the 12 spot. Same with Russell Wilson, and there we go. So this is gonna be a different mock for me.
8 quarterbacks here through 10 picks.
I'm excited. Oh, let's keep the good times rolling.
Also, just made it.
All right,
shout out
Chef.
to
Travis
Omega
Kelsey.
King. Omega King, thank you for code tweeting on the Twitters for us. I appreciate that. Dak Prescott. I know you went back-to-back quarterbacks last time at the turn here.
I went back to back. Did I?
Okay, Drake. Yeah, you took Wilson and Prescott last time, I believe.
All right, so I'm gonna switch it up this time.
Kyle Pitts, Omega, tight end, bully us. Ooh, Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, it's not good to mock draft and then continuously take the same players over and over and over
Ooh,
again.
Joey.
I do that all the time.
I mean, I try different things in the beginning. Whatever happens at the end of it, who cares? But
Oh, for sure.
like I've been doing it back-to-back quarterback, back-to-back
Homer.
quarterback. Well, now I'm going to see what quarterback falls to me at the 3-1. You know, that's something that's different. If I can get Kyle Pitts and 2 starting quarterbacks, I'm down. But this one's quarterback rich up front, so I'm not too sure that it's going to happen for me. I mean,
this was interesting. Some mocks I've been doing, like quarterbacks didn't really go that heavy, and these tight ends kind of went pretty early as well. Like I've seen some people go Travis Kelsey and get Andrews eventually in the 3rd.
shout out Brad Bolt.
Ryan with
Brad
Trey
Bolt?
Lance. Love that. Oh, Brad's here. Hey, Brad.
What up,
Broncos
Brad?
country. Let's ride.
That's awesome. Brad, good morning maybe to you. I'm not sure what.
It is
Australian
morning over
time
there.
is.
Yep.
It is morning. It is morning.
Oh,
Happy
I'm almost
Wednesday.
on the clock, guys.
I don't think it's even 7 a.m. there yet, but I'm
Look,
not positive.
auto draft. People love. Oh, he's here. Josh is here.
Hey,
Yay!
what's up? What's
Thank
up?
you, Josh, for
Let's get it.
joining. I mean, that's not 2 bad picks to get auto drafted, in theory.
I don't love the Trey Lance, but
What would we? It's 8:35.
or not
Nate.
Dalvin Cook. 8:35 a.m.
What would we rank the top 10, 15 quarterbacks? I mean, that's probably what you're seeing drafted, no?
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. That's
Like,
that
obviously,
answers it.
what'd you say?
I said that answers it. I mean, it's
We got
really
1, 2,
like
3,
who got
4, 5,
taken.
6. We have 12 going so far, 13 now with Rodgers. If you could get Rodgers in the third round reversal at the first pick right there, that's a pretty nice team.
Yeah,
There's probably
I'm
still a
not
couple-
mad at it.
There's a couple other guys out there, maybe Carr and Cousins you could, and maybe Tua Tagovailoa and Fields you could throw in there, but they'd probably round out the end of the low mid tens, right?
Yeah. Maybe Tua.
Right, yeah. So pretty much kind of how they're drafted, just kind of pick who you like, maybe between like Wilson, Hurts, Prescott. But yeah, pretty much how they're going here. Oh,
Yeah,
Carr
it's
was the
pretty
one I
much
wanted to
following
take
the
too.
ADP.
Heyo, haha, sniped, baby.
Well, no. I wanted to say too. I already have 2 quarterbacks.
Well, you
Said he, in the
Three
chat, he
is
said
also
he wanted to
fine.
take Chase so bad, man. Oh, well, you should have taken Chase then, bro.
Who
snooze, you
took
lose.
Cup? 211.
That
Cooper
How much
Cup.
time did I-
Yeah.
Hi, Hunter
He went
Fox.
211.
I'm trying to see if I could have any stacks, but not really. Should I take Hollywood Brown right now?
Craig, I'm a big Justin Tucker fan.
Justin
Yo.
Tucker, Tyler Moss,
I don't know. I'll listen to Linda on this.
Brandon
one.
McManus.
Chris Boswell, baby.
Or whatever one you want just to fill the hole. I mean, I'm not really.
I
Yeah.
heard the scoring's a little bit different, right? What's
Yes.
up, Scampers? Or for the kickers, right?
What up, Scampers?
Because like you don't lose points for missing kicks, right? It's not like that
Oh.
anymore.
I think you do.
But like not as harshly as it was last year. Because like last year, if you missed, it was like game over.
No, there's no minus.
Yeah,
1 point,
there you go.
1 point
So,
for
yeah.
a field goal, 1 point for an extra point, and then decimal scoring for field goals, and then you have bonus for a little bit longer ones. I don't know
I
what
love
pick a kicker on a good offense.
Yeah, I guess.
Or
Someone
it-
that's gonna.
Like the other thing to do is like to look at teams that like have good offenses that can get downfield, but also like kind of struggle in the red zone because you want to find teams that stall out routinely. Because I mean, like, yes, like a good offense that scores a bunch of touchdowns, like you'll rack up the extra points and stuff.
Mhm.
But if you find an inefficient red zone offense that is good enough to get down the field,
Gosh,
that's where you get a lot of that stuff from.
that's a good
I
point
agree.
too. Because of the
Very good.
bonuses, you get a little bonus on those extra like long distance. So
Mm-hmm.
bonuses are always cool. First down bonus for positional players. It's always important to hit those guys.
Mhm.
Josh, what are you doing? Your circle's here, but you have auto draft.
He's too busy listening to us. We're so entertaining, guys.
Well, thank you.
Don't yell at them, man. You
I know,
gotta
I'm
be
sorry.
nice to the people, bruh. Positive vibes.
Nah, man. Don't auto draft in my
Couldn't
lobby.
couldn't help myself there.
Do not auto draft. I saw one on Twitter
'Cause of
today
Jeff's
or
article.
the other day. It was like, no auto draft. I'm like, wow, people are serious.
Yeah, no AD, no auto drafts. Ooh,
I
Gator
mean-
J going kind of.
Brad. Oh man, that's very true.
It's very challenging from that distance. Yes.
Yeah.
Unless you're
Austin White
jumping
is not
backwards.
tried. Hey, that is true. That is, or like prime Sebastian Janikowski, because like pregame warmups, he would just like go out there and just nail him. You know, whoa!
Wow, Gator J. Oh my God.
Ooh.
Is that robust running back? Is
That
what
is
you call that?
very robust running back. I don't hate it though.
That's
I-
sexy.
There's so many wide receivers you can get value from.
So
It
that's a
doesn't
good
hurt.
start.
Yep.
I mean, I think I would have split it up. I would have went 2 running backs, 2 quarterbacks. I would have taken Matt Ryan. He's going to wind up not with much behind that.
That's okay. Don't hate on Gator J. Trust the
I'm not
process.
hating.
It's my
Sounds
boy.
like it.
All right, we'll compare.
Well, comp. Well, what if he gets Carson Wentz?
Jesus.
That is, I mean, that's something to note. But I mean, I don't know, 3 running backs like that.
I mean, Terry McLaurin just got a contract, right? So Carson Wentz is going to be good now.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly.
That's how that
And
works.
It's,
Hashtag analysis.
right. It's also like fantastic news for Amon-Ra St. Brown if we were
It
to
is.
clear
It's
to
huge.
the moon. To the moon.
TTM.
Interesting.
Ooh, Andrew, nice, dude.
Very nice.
I thought
Javonte.
about going Javonte. The split with
Javonte.
Gordon concerns me. Does it not concern you guys? I mean, even in fourth
No.
round.
Not at
Alright.
all. Just because of the head coach Hackett and his running back system.
That's
In the-
true. That's a
in the
fair
fourth-
point.
In the fourth round, it doesn't bother me. If it had been any earlier, I would have been like,
Good point.
what are
I
you
mean,
doing? But like, here is fine.
So like let's say if Javonte had 200 carries and 40 receptions, are we happy with that?
Yeah. I'd like more
Where he's taken
receptions.
there,
but-
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's what he got last year, splitting 50-50 with Gordon.
Yeah, that's true.
So food for thought.
Jeff.
All right. I mean,
where did Jeff go, by the way?
he popped in and then he left.
I know. I thought he was just gone for a minute.
Yeah, Gator J, talk to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
I didn't know that.
let him know.
What?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you could start. Hold on, let me make my pick.
Hey, Gator, I was defending what you did. I like
Me
those
too.
3 picks.
Me too, Gator.
Don't listen to this guy over
Um,
here.
I think what.
Yeah, I know
we went through
nothing.
it, You have to start one quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 receivers, and a
wides.
tight end.
That's and then,
And then you
anything
could
else.
You could flex 5 running backs if you want. There's Jeff.
Oh,
You can flex 5 kickers if you want.
Yeah, you could.
That fills the hole.
Is Jeff on a fresh cut?
What?
Or
I
he's
don't
not
know. Can
wearing
you
a
hear me?
hat? Yeah,
can hear you a little
the
bit.
mic's a little wild.
Coming in a little bit loud, but yeah.
I don't know. Everything is wonked. I was having a hard
Live
time
from
with
the-
my stuff.
Well,
Yeah,
you
you're
sound like you're kind of underwater. Nice,
Yeah.
nice pick, Joey.
Probably not on the right thing.
Well,
It's a nice aquatic theme.
Yeah.
Jeff underwater.
For the Scott Fish Bowl mock draft
oh,
2.0.
the Scott
Hey.
Fishbowl underwater.
It comes full circle, folks.
If anything, it's more appropriate.
Oh, Omega! I like that.
Wow, I love Mac Jones. I don't know that I'd go
Whoa,
after him
Mac,
that
no.
early. I think he
You sound
could
better
be
now?
had like the Jeff, much better.
Hey, you just saw the Patriots think he's going to be MVP or whatever.
Oh God, I am
Yeah, I
so
think somebody's
over
getting
that.
paid to have some good stories coming out of the Patriots camp because it sounds like every single receiver is awesome. Every running back's great. They're changing all their run schemes. Mac Jones is going to be the MVP. They have some
Mac
competition
Jones.
going on to see who's going to be the play caller. Maybe something tells me that it's like one of those things where you see a guy with a really, really nice car and you wonder, what are you compensating for, buddy?
Chef, you got 15 seconds.
I know. My screen's lighting up. I'm screwed.
Yeah, I was kind of frazzled on my second round. I mean, I took Mark Andrews, which is fine, but then I saw Aaron Rodgers was still available, and I definitely would have taken Aaron Rodgers instead.
You did that last time.
Frazzled on
quarterback.
these things. Yeah.
Who do I want up here? Has Chef decided? Ooh, there's some guys here.
Heyo.
Debo.
There we go. Debo.
And I'm in that Debo.
A little more spread out than it was last time, except for the run of quarterback.
Yeah.
This run of quarterback was. I guess
Kittle.
that's going to happen in every single Scott Fish Bowl. Not like last year when like people had Kyler Murray falling into like the 10th spot.
Right.
Well, last
I know,
year,
well.
yeah, people were taking Travis Kelce at the 101, and people were taking Christian McCaffrey was up there too. But it does kind of seem like, I don't know, a lot of people are just going quarterbacks like the first 6 picks.
It definitely seemed. I was talking to some home buddies, and they were kind of noting how on Underdog that the ADP seems to be coming around a little bit sharper, and it, maybe in the Scott Fish Bowl, people are just going to be worried about this quarterback situation. So maybe they'll be kind of, I don't know if you want to say reaching, but they'll just be going and getting their 2 starters and calling it a day.
I think what happens is I don't know if last year everybody was caught up all the way to the 3rd round reversal, but I think what is happening this year, what you're seeing, if you've got an early top 6 pick, you know that you're not going to get that second quarterback more or less, because if you don't take a quarterback early, because by the time you get back on the clock for the third time, then to get your second quarterback would be a late 3rd round pick. So if you're running 15 guys off before you're even back on the clock again, if you want to have 2 quarterbacks, you're kind of stuck in that position.
Yeah, we had 19 quarterbacks go off the board here by the end of the 4th round, by the end of the 4th round. That's just insanity right now. And now all the skill players are going to start popping off.
Scampy, yeah, no super Superflex mock. Oh my god, Scott Fishbowl mock originally has looked really similar. And the important thing about mocks is you could try out different strategies. So not every mock is going to tell the tale of what's going to happen, especially if 4 to 8 people are trying a unique strategy just to see what can happen. It'll look a little bit different on the spot. And
or if you're in a draft with a bunch of sharks, like Jeff.
Exactly. And in the moment, like when you're actually drafting, that pressure can get to people, maybe forcing them to do a different, especially if you're drafting live and those are quick picks. Like you could just be on the spot making kind of pressured picks.
I was in a draft last night I actually ended up, Joey hosted one and I had a division mate in there. So there was a little bit of chicanery on my end that was going on with my picks there. My team looked
picking off,
like what it probably
picking off ADP a little bit.
Hey, Herms, why did you go?
I'm going to reach for Michael Pittman in the second round. Dang.
Well, I did robust running back, and you guys know me. So
speaking of Michael Pittman, Gator J, good stuff.
Herms, why did you take Waddle over Deontay?
Well, okay. Well, first of all, I mean they're about the same, kind of, at least in my eyes, in terms of what we're going to get out of them. But like, I have more faith, at least in like Miami's O-line, to give time for their quarterback to throw the ball, which is going to be nice. I don't know how much time Mitchell Trubisky is going to have to toss the quarterback here and there, and then also just like, with having a mobile quarterback or mobile-ish quarterback under center, like there are going to be some changes to that offense. I'm not entirely sure how that's going to shake out in terms of like tons of target distribution and stuff, but I will say like there's at least a decent chance that the overall number of passes does go down, So like at that point, at least from last year in Pittsburgh. So like I think they'll like both teams will kind of have a similar enough offense in terms of like the distribution of like pass to run. And at that point, it's just a tiebreaker between who I feel better about. And for as much as people like to talk about the Tyreek Hill thing, like no matter what they try and do down there, Tua is not gonna just start lobbing bombs all of a sudden. Like Jalen Waddle is going to I don't know, like just that short area, reliable PPR type target. I'm here for it. You know what I mean? Especially because like the first downs and stuff. You know what I mean? Like that's a little thing that everybody gets. I have better faith in the Dolphins achieving first downs than I do the Steelers. So
that makes sense.
Like,
probably a
bet. That's great.
And like if they do get first downs, it's going to be with my other pick of Najee Harris. So
like, you get those 0.5 points.
Point taken.
I am concerned on Deontay though, because I do think that he's kind of stepped into that Antonio Brown role in the offense. He's going to get the volume, but he was third most in targets last year, and he wasn't like Antonio Brown wide receiver 1 overall numbers, and so I think that showed the ceiling perhaps on Deontay's game. It's just like he's not one of those guys that. I don't know. The big plays aren't really there, and the red zone usage doesn't really fit his body type. And I think that there's reason that while he might get that volume that you're really searching, it is concerning to me that he wasn't far and away the way Antonio Brown was. He just kind of needed that volume just to kind of raise up into the back end of wide receiver 1 pack.
Bingo. Well, especially like with the red zone thing, to your point, like not only his body type, but like the one thing that like I repeatedly bring up every time I get the opportunity to, because I'm an insane person, Pat Freiermuth still exists. He does. He just does. Like he's not going away. Like, I completely agree with everything you said.
Who?
I think people like as much as the move, he's loose. Like
the move.
I don't know.
Yeah, dude.
Did you just make up a name?
The Muth is Luth?
The Muth is Luth.
Pat
Can't confirm.
Never heard of him.
Here's the one thing I will say, Jeff. Better quarterback situation possibly this year. Big Ben couldn't get the ball down.
They don't have a better quarterback situation. I mean, it's a fun joke. They don't have a better quarterback situation.
You really don't think? Oh my God!
Ben Roethlisberger knew the playbook like the back of his hand. Like, I'm sorry.
I don't care. He was falling apart.
But they knew where the ball was going pre-snap.
So did the defense.
Hey. I'm telling you, I just think Deontay Johnson. Like, I'm not saying he's going to be wide receiver 1, but I think you might be too low on him, Jeff. I mean,
I'm actually pretty high on him. I still have him, but like I have him like in that back half of wide receiver 1, which kind of seems high compared to where a lot of other people have him. It's just one of those that with the volume that he had last year, if he gets that again, do we have another duplication where he's still finishing wide receiver 7, 8 instead of wide receiver 2?
That's a good question.
Yeah. I had him higher in my initial rankings, but like as I started to read more about the beats coming out from minicamp and stuff, like I'm with you on that. Like it might be cool in terms of like I trust Trubisky's arm to make balls go farther than Ben did. So even if the volume does go down, maybe he could make up some of that with some sort of like efficiency, whatnot, blah blah blah, air quotes. But like it's so confusing. Oh god, dude, and also like that early part of the
Thank
schedule.
you.
There are going to be a lot of people frustrated with picking Steelers players in like that first month of the season. They're going to be like, "Oh my god, what did I do?" Because like outside the first game, I think is okay, but after that, for the rest of it, it's just like I don't know how many games they're going to win in the first 6 weeks. If I'm being honest, like, it's not an easy schedule for them at all.
No, it's not.
Hey, man, if they're playing from behind, that's not a bad thing.
That is true.
Yep.
Who starts week 1, Herms / anyone else for the Steelers?
It's Trubisky.
It's got to be Trubisky.
When does
Trubisky.
Pickett
It's me
start?
Pickett.
I
Ooh,
think
Jeff, are you just saying
I
that
think
to
it's gonna be
rile us up?
Pickett. No, man.
It would be
I
nice.
think that he's put in a position to be comfortable. I just think it's Tomlin's the type of coach that I think if it's close, he's going to go trust his guy and go out and play the rookie. And I just don't think that there's really no other situation that sets up better for him potentially, given being his home college, all those types of things. Oh man, you took Brandon Cooks, and now I'm having to think on my feet while actually talking.
You can do it.
Well, yeah, but no, I don't know. He's not even changing locker rooms, basically. So I mean, he's kind of very much in his bubble, and it sounds like early reports out of the camp, the guy's got the playbook down cold. I mean,
But Jeff,
Chase
his
Claypool's coming
hands.
to him to ask for, I don't know. Yeah, they used the first time.
We had a food comp episode on the Dynasty Happy Hour, and we went over Kenny Pickett, and Tyler's comp for him was sliders.
Sliders are good, bro.
Yeah, sliders are great. They're just tiny.
Because
That
we
means
had
you
the
can
Ben
eat more, not feel
Roethlisberger, and then
full.
we have the Kenny Pickett sliders.
I will say though, like kind of tying in the points about like the schedule being difficult early on, like the only scenario in which Mitch Trubisky starts the entire year, if he earns the job from week 1, is if he just goes nuclear. Otherwise, at the earliest, like I don't know, probably like maybe like week 6, week 7 or something, we could see him. And then also, mind you, like the Steelers have an early enough bye week that they can easily transition to Pickett after that. So that window of the season there, I think maybe between like 6 and like 10 or 11, whatever it is, like that right in there is going to be probably when we see Kenny Pickett, just for what it's worth. If he doesn't win outright anyway.
Right.
And there's a chance, like Ritter may win outright in Atlanta over Mariota.
Could very well. That one would surprise me less than Pickett over Trubisky, but
I actually think Ritter's going to get in there and start
I do
week
too.
1. Why
Man,
wait?
I keep doing these mocks. I'm actually going to draft running backs in SFB. I'm starting to like how these builds work out when you take running backs.
Are you just saying that, Jeff? I don't know you, bro.
Who
Look at me, I
is
don't have
this
a running back
guy?
yet. How do you feel about this?
I'm kind of mad at myself that I took
Those are
Pitts,
the-
but
I-
it's good to
Corey,
see
you
how
don't
it
have to
comes
say that.
out.
Just blows me away on tight end, Corey. Just can't
Like
believe it.
I
Well,
I probably should have went Dak Prescott
wanted-
and then CD Lamb.
I didn't want
That would've been
Waller at
fun.
4.8.
And
Not when you
stack
can
it.
get Pitts there, though.
True.
I was going
Because
to take
Pitts wasn't going to come back around to you.
No, absolutely not.
No.
I know. I'm
But
picking
Pitts
CD
all
Lamb
over the
did.
board. I've
CD
seen
Lamb
Pitts go-
did, and I would be happy with Trevor Lawrence as my
Hey,
number
it's-
2 if that's the case.
At some point, you could do a Desmond Ritter.
But trying
Kyle
to force
Pitts
a
stack.
stack is never a good idea.
I want a tight end.
Brad.
Once I miss out on the top 5, I'm not going to reach on but I'm not going to take a tight end until probably late.
I believe that
Like
was the
Deadpool.
insinuation.
It's a
Like
good one,
Deadpool.
Brad.
Looks so big in your hands.
Oh, yeah, when he gets the baby hands.
So Ryan's going 3 quarterbacks. Does anyone else have 3 quarterbacks?
I have
Nope.
2.
No. It's our only 3
Andrew
quarterbacks.
now does have 3 quarterbacks. So
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm okay with taking a shot on a younger rookie quarterback
Why
a
do they
little
keep
bit
yelling
later
at
while I fill in positional spots.
Wow.
Sure.
What did I do?
Oh, did it
we
say
see
that
Ritter.
early?
We see Ritter climb up the boards. Like last year, I had Justin Fields on my Scott Fishbowl team, and it didn't really do much for me. Rookie,
Not great, Bob.
yeah. I mean, I didn't have to rely on him too much. I had Lamar Jackson and Kirk Cousins, but the weeks that I did have to rely on him, he wasn't there to rely on, so it wasn't really worth it to roster 2.
Is it worth it?
I mean, roster 3.
There we go.
Let me work it.
Bingo.
Corey, I swear to God,
drafted
if you get
Sean
that song
Watson
stuck
as
in my
quarterback
head.
three
I put my
last year.
thing
Hey
down.
Corey, what's going on with all these wide receivers, man? You know you ain't drafting like that, homie.
I'm not gonna. I'm learning from Jeff over the years, and I'm trying to draft for who I believe is the value.
I have way too many Eagles. This is not good. Oh, no. Damn it. Oh, why did I do
You have one. I have way too many. Oh, you have 2. You have Hurts.
I got 3, dude.
You have 3.
Yeah, I got.
Or go
yeah.
there. However, how you say it.
Yeah, well, mistakes were made. It happens. But it's a mock, so it's fine. I don't, I'm just trying things out. It's whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
For
So,
all
like, we're
intents and
gonna.
purposes, I'm just a really big Eagles fan today.
Do you guys want to take shots, like literal shots?
I have a
I
Topo
don't-
Chico hard seltzer.
I'm drinking a Kirkland hard seltzer, but I have tequila in the freezer right
I
here.
got the old
But I'm
all
not
day
drinking any of
IPA.
Dude, I went to Costco
not
this
drinking
weekend, and
beverage.
Yeah.
their vodka, dude, was like $13 for a whole like handle. I was like, come on, dude, easy.
Get the premium. It's Grey Goose. It's $18.99 a handle.
Oh, well,
Heyo.
Just so you know.
Corey got
Well-
the $13 handle. so
well,
he's
I guess
back.
I'll start drinking all of it now. I gotta go back
That
and get
same
some
handle,
more.
Nate in Jersey, is probably $60.
Booyah.
At Costco?
Yeah.
It's not actual Grey Goose. It
Oh.
says Kirkland Signature Premium Vodka.
Oh, never mind then.
Davis Mills, baby.
We get Crown Royal for like $45 a handle out here at Costco.
Oh, yeah, dude, no, the heebie-jeebies. That is my thing. But look at that. I now have a tight end at least. I have 3 positions.
It's about time, man. Herms, you son of a bitch.
Is it a good sound or a bad
I
sound?
can't see what's going on here.
Wow.
I may have to scroll down. There you go. All right. Now
My fault.
Everybody
guys.
I thought for sure he would be around when my pick came around here in the 9th round. For sure.
Not when I'm in the draft. I mean, come on. Dude.
I thought it could have gone one more.
I am
I
one of
just
the
really
founding
did.
card-carrying
That cute, Nate.
members of the Davis Mill hype train. Okay, like that's what it is.
I would have taken Mooney. I have that stack with Justin Fields, and Nate ruined it, and that's what you get. It's karma. That's what it is.
Heyo.
Whoa. Yeah, okay, fine.
Nice going.
It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Hey, we should have like Craig. He needs to find a role in the fantasy industry to be like an ad lib guy on podcasts and just shout.
Well,
jokes
he's
out
got
from-
he's got his awesome paranormal activity show that he does. About
Mine came
ghosts.
Go
Yes.
check it
Yep.
out.
Mine
Oh,
came
yours was
out.
the first. Nate,
Mine
right?
was the first. I was the first. If you're watching our show, go check out Craig on the Roto
was fun.
Heat YouTube channel. It's a really awesome show. Jeff, you've been on, right?
I have been on, yes. Yeah, I talked about Michael Pittman and the haunted ghost in my parents' house.
Oh,
My
that's
Scott
fun.
Fishbowl team really looks paranormal right now.
Jeff,
there.
At least my team
I'm sorry,
line
I
looks
was-
pretty.
karma really screwed my quarterback situation. Apparently, this is not
The
good.
team
Oh,
looks
you did
pretty.
have one, Lamar.
mean,
You got,
other than-
but like work the waivers. You could get a
Work
Josh
the
Downs
waivers.
or Tyler Huntley.
Kenny Pickett's available.
Like this is where drafting for value matters instead of reaching on
Right.
a quarterback.
grab
Not
those
saying Herm did,
sliders,
'cause
bro.
Mills is fine.
Oh, he
Like
panicked.
Gator Jake got Zach Wilson at 7-12. I kind of like that.
I
And
didn't
that
panic.
Buzzer's
I like
going
Adam
down in
Thielen
your head.
this year.
Nah.
You're tilting. I tilted as
tilt?
well. I
It is
got
real.
I got tilted. It's all right. That's how it goes.
This is great. Kirkland, Brand. They're made from the same potatoes in like Switzerland or wherever it is. So it's awesome. Like Grey Goose and Kirkland. It's made from the same potatoes. What is it?
We-
Switzerland, New Zealand, maybe?
Maybe I don't know.
France. It's
France.
I don't
something.
drink vodka as much as I used to.
Grey Goose is French.
Isn't all vodka Russian?
No, it's not.
Poland?
There's a vodka made
Tito's
here.
Tito's is American.
Is
Shut
that
up.
me ticking down?
Mm-hmm.
And it's gluten
Is it really
free,
me?
Jeff.
It's not me, is it? What's happening
No.
here?
Tie.
I was panicking.
Shame. The
Cordarrelle
newly
Patterson.
transformed running back, Cordarrelle Patterson.
Yeah.
Cordero.
Losing that eligibility.
Yeah, he
It's
lost
really
his
sad.
wide receiver, Debo Sting.
He'll
wide
get it back.
receiver. Well, to be fair, he did have like 150 carries and 50 receptions. So
Yo, Gator J has
Hey,
some really good
slider.
receivers, though, man. Like with Pittman, Hollywood, and Russell Gage right there, they sneaking
Some
in.
stacked running
Like,
backs too.
Yeah, with that running back start, he really supplemented that wide receiver value so nicely. That team is awesome. Like, well, except for Zach Wilson's not very good at football, but other than that, like damn.
Don't regret the Dylan pick, man. Don't do that, Joey.
He
Come
has the
on.
quads. It's
we're
fine.
gonna have
You're
to
good,
switch to
Joey.
this view. So sorry, Jeff. Comments will post your face out.
What I try not to do is I try not to combine too many same positional players back to back. Like, unless it's like wide receiver and you really want to get like two top wide receivers or two
value,
top
man.
quarterbacks, I try to keep it a little separate.
I'm just trying to draft for value. I'm not going to like take a guy just because I need a position.
I mean, I wish we were going the full 22 rounds now because I really want to see what Corey's team looks like at the end.
Adam,
Going to be
let's
playing
go.
like
Add the round.
Keontae Ingram and Tyrion Davis
Adam?
Price.
Jeff's like,
Yeah,
let's
add
go.
the rest of the round. Come on, let's go. Push out to 22.
Actually, yeah.
Draft settings.
Oh, snap.
There's
How do I do
nothing
that?
stopping us. There
I
we
don't
go.
know.
Roster
You can.
settings. Roster settings.
Oh,
Roster
yeah,
settings.
yeah.
Add however many more bench spots you need. How many more bench spots do we need?
Oops.
We need 7
10,
more bench spots. So
8, something like that.
Did not edit.
Refresh on your page or save. You got to update.
Well, awkward silence.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, I mean,
oh, man.
I'm not the only one here.
What have I
God
done?
damn it.
Okay, so it is here, but if,
It upgraded. It
if
upgraded.
people don't want to do it, feel free to leave.
No.
Stay for the whole thing. It's fun. It's festive. It's Scott Fishbowl.
That's what
Oh,
I'm saying, right? Everybody get their orders in for RotoWare, the Scott Fishbowl t-shirt.
I got mine. I got the blue one.
No, is that today?
Oh, that
When-
was Saturday.
No.
I honestly, within
Too late,
10 minutes of Scott Fish tweeting that out, I was just like,
Ugh.
I
Better
made
do
sure
it,
I
you'll
got that
forget.
early.
I got shout out John Bosch. I got something from his store. I got we're drafting from Endor. I saw a couple other ones that looked pretty nice too.
Hey.
I got
Oh,
so
yeah,
many
you're
last year
in-
though.
You're in the
I'm in that.
division with Craig Steele and Dave Cruz.
Yes.
Awesome. Great
Coop.
people.
Yeah, Coop's in my
Oh,
division.
Coop's in your
so
division?
We have a very friendly, kind
That's
division.
cool.
I really wish I was in a live draft, but it's not going to happen. It just didn't work out.
We're not actually going to Endor, Chef. We're drafting.
Well, I'm in Atlantis. I got to travel to Atlantis
Yeah.
that day.
So it looks like they shipped today, maybe, if you're lucky enough.
Oh, here I am on the clock. Oh boy, what do we got here?
I can't stop
Should take
drafting
the
Hopkins in the
start.
10th
Need
round
to-
in the Scott Fishbowl. I know, Jeff, you're not a big fan of Hopkins, but
Well, I'm not. I don't know. I think that's fine for him. I already took Godwin, so I already made that play, and I took Kamara, so it's the same.
I was
play
like
too,
kind of
so.
debating Godwin, but in like the 7th, but I took Robinson.
It's like
He's a
I'm
good
8
wide
points back,
receiver,
like
2-ish.
Who?
Allen Robinson.
Oh yeah, I think the volume. Robert Woods was doing extremely well in that offense.
Bold.
Beckham,
This is my bold strategy right here.
I
Beckham
just
did
wanted to
well.
take,
Van Jefferson did well.
Kirk right in front of Corey was really all I was.
I just
doing.
wanted the Ritter Drake London stack.
High Club coming soon. Yeah, Joey, I heard of that picture.
That almost looks like Ohio, Joey.
Although I will say,
Ohio Club.
Joey, if you're gonna start like an
Ojai.
actual like company based off of this, you're gonna have to move your operations to Ojai, California. That's I don't make
Right?
rules. Like,
But
you
spelled
have to.
differently, though.
I mean, it
They
is,
cha-
but like the vibe is still there. You know,
But if the company is successful enough, they change the name of the city to match Ojai.
bingo. See,
Bingo.
Chess,
And they
not-
put Joey's face on the sign for the city.
checkers, not chess people.
That's right.
What?
They still have
Nice.
like
You want-
Rob Gronkowski very high. Wow.
What the hell do I
Would you
do
take
here?
Gronk in SFB? Are you going to take Gronk in SFB?
I would take
No.
him with a last round or two pick.
Oh yeah,
I'd take
maybe
him
like
with the
the last
21st,
pick,
yeah.
but, yeah.
But I'm not
he's
gonna,
just
like,
sitting there
do it.
clogging my roster. No way.
You got 7 weeks, Chef, before waivers open. You can sit him there for 7 weeks. If he doesn't declare, you just let him go week 1 and you move on.
Oh, here's an interesting one. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, let's do that.
All right.
Boom.
I already
Guys,
dropped him in
do
a dynasty
something.
league. I just
I may
watched all the
do
fish go after him like a pack of piranhas.
I may do something.
Got him
about-
for $1 in an auction yesterday in a salary cap
Oh, that's nice.
in the deep league. I was like, yeah, it's $1.
In a deep league, I can understand.
Yeah,
But
at
somewhere
that
in
point, you
like
never
Scott
know.
Fish, you know,
It's like 15-team league. I was like, yeah, I'll take a shot on Gronk.
Oh,
for
screw it.
$1.
Why not? Yeah, of course.
I think I saw him go. I'm doing a Scott Fish mock. Probably the 15th round.
Hmm.
Where are we at? 12th, 11th.
We are the 11th round.
We're slowing down now.
I took
Who
James
likes-
Cook.
Oh, nice. Hell yeah.
It's when people don't like they stop recognizing names. And they're
Who
just like,
likes my
I gotta
Jameson
research
Williams
this
pick?
guy.
I do because I'm
I
a
see
Lions
people that
fan.
are like make comments about like in like the 18th round. I don't even know anybody left on the board, but they're also like
Herm
dynasty analysts,
asked the
and I'm like,
question.
what are you guys doing? If you
Like, you believe in Sky Moore? Yeah, I took him in the 15th round, you jackass.
Yeah, how dare you? That's early, bro.
Jeez.
Guys, I just got sniped on Daniel Jones, which is something I never thought I would
Did it.
ever say
did
in
that.
my entire life.
You
Jeff,
have kicked this can so far down the road.
Dude, you
mate.
kicked it way too far. You took Cole Kmet over Jared
I
Goff.
mean, come
Come
on.
on.
I mean, I
not
love you,
his
buddy, but
fault,
this is
cuz.
ridiculous.
Nate, don't do that
Everything's
in
gonna be
real life.
fine.
Don't do that in the real life draft.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ah,
the
man,
third
I would have
string
taken
quarterback for
Watson
the
with
Carolina
that pick, dude.
Panthers. Nate's dynasty brain in it. Third string quarterback.
No,
Carolina.
no. I think he might start.
There's still
Sam
another
Darnold's
quarterback out there you
terrible.
could get really, really late, right, Jeff? Really, really late.
There are a couple guys out there.
Yeah.
I see.
Sam
Yeah, I
Darnold
see.
is terrible.
I see at least one more.
I see two,
I see
Yeah, actually, I
arguably
see two.
3.
Yeah,
What
I
are we
see
talking
two.
about?
maybe three, but definitely two.
Yep.
Quarterbacks?
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, you
Two-
could
yeah,
even
no,
say 4,
yeah, 3.
maybe.
I would
depending
say
on-
3.
You could say 5 if you really wanted to say 5, but it would be
Guys,
irresponsible.
Odell
to say
Beckham's a
5.
wide receiver.
5 would be a little ridiculous.
Yeah, I
I
could-
might
I
even
got
go as
five.
far
Bar
as
a little
say
too
6.
high.
Maybe 7.
I mean,
There
because
are
someone
a
has
ton
to
of
play in
quarterbacks left,
Cleveland.
guys. There's so many.
Someone has to be quarterback in Carolina. Someone has to be a quarterback in Seattle.
Look at that stack.
Do the smart
Pickett
thing,
and
Nate.
Trubisky. Right there. That's how you
Jimmy
do
If
it.
anybody
G
thinks
might be-
that Geno Smith or Drew Lock is the quarterback in Seattle, they need to go back and watch some real football.
Yeah, Baker Mayfield's the pick here for you, Nate.
I mean,
That's at
Marcus
least in my
Mariota
opinion.
might be the Falcons quarterback all year long. You don't know.
I know, Jeff. I know.
Chef is the one that knows.
Well, now I'm like,
Jarvis
I'm
Landry
not
picked
I
picking
am the
those
one that
guys.
knocked.
You said their names. Now I don't want to look like I'm following what you said.
Why?
Wait,
I'm an intelligent guy.
we're
It's
all
true.
in the industry. We didn't plant that idea in your head. You knew who they
the
were. It's
loose,
fine.
loosely
I mean,
defined.
There you go. All right. See, there you go. I like
There you
this.
go.
It's
I
starting
mean, we
to
all
gain
know
some
that
traction.
Nate's high on Matt Corral. That's it. You know.
I am high on Matt Corral. Maybe I shouldn't be. But there were people who loved Taylor Heineke last year too, so
Guys, we're going to knock down the draft.
Knock it down.
You don't
All
want to go this far? You don't want to go 20 rounds deep?
You didn't have kickers in there anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah. I didn't do that
We
last
didn't
time.
have kickers on?
No.
I did that last time, too.
Coming next week.
Don't draft a kicker. I'm telling you, don't draft a kicker.
Well,
Don't do it.
if you want to draft a kicker, draft a kicker. Just not in this mock draft.
Like
Do
in
it-
the
do whatever you
18th,
wanna do.
19th round, I'll draft a kicker.
Right.
You gotta
Like,
do
that-
what you
that's
gotta
it,
do.
though.
Add one that is going to be as good. Ooh, Ramondre. I was going to look at him. Now it's my
Me
turn to pick.
too. I was as well, man.
I love Ramondre this year. I mean, he's not going to be an RB1, but you could put him in the RB back half of the RB2. Maybe a good flex play at least.
That's a good thought.
Jeff. I preluded to that a little bit. Damn it.
I am 100% out on Sky Moore.
What about Jahan Dotson?
I like Jahan Dotson.
I guess there's like a bunch of people that are totally, completely out on Sky Moore, and those are the people that really like McCole Hardman.
I got the sarcastic.
I don't like
people that are getting out on Sky Moore. There's people that are getting out on Treylon Burks, and it's just like you guys are way overthinking this.
Well, the thing with Treylon Burks is people are out on him because he has asthma, which is stupid. I'm out on Sky Moore because people think he's going to be used like Tyreek Hill, and he is not fast enough, quick enough. He's not a cheetah.
I don't guess that's the
people
problem.
are.
I guess that's the problem where people turn around and they think that one player is going to be the same exact thing as the other player. I don't think Sky Moore is like that. He's more of a slot roll guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Tyreek Hill, he could take a crossing route, take it to the house. Like, it doesn't matter. You could put him anywhere. He was that kind of person in college. He was that kind of person in the NFL. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm drafting.
Well,
why the
smart
hell did
coaches
Chase
adjust
Claypool
their
last
scheme
this long?
to talented players, and bad coaches don't and get fired? So, do we think Andy Reid's a smart coach? I think Andy Reid's a smart coach. So, I expect that he will adjust his scheme to fit Sky Moore's talents and abilities, and they will probably look like different targets than Tyreek Hill's targets. But I think that when you got a completely ambiguous wide receiver situation in Kansas City, and you've got Patrick Mahomes playing quarterback, you have to throw darts at it.
100%. I'll throw darts different ways each way to Sunday, like I'm throwing darts here at the Houston backfield.
Ew.
Damian Pierce, Marlon Mack.
Didn't even get Rex Burkhead, SMH,
The RB1.
I'll get him later.
the real RB1.
Well, I wanted Sky
Stop
Moore, and
it,
you
but
took
maybe.
him. No, he's not the real RB1.
I think so.
Obviously not.
Also,
Be
somebody
lucky if he
please
even
explain
gets-
to me why I got Chase Claypool so late. That's just ridiculous. It's insulting.
Why does
I'd
everybody
rather-
hate Chase
I'd
Claypool?
rather have Sky Moore. Well, because he doesn't know the plays, and he's asking a rookie quarterback what he's supposed to do. I mean,
See, Joey gets it. I got a top 3 receiver right there. Boom.
That plays like a wide receiver 4.
He's good. Dang it. He's good. The only thing that changed from rookie
He's
year
got
to last
good
year is that the touchdowns
physicality.
went down. Everything else was about the same.
I think he's just the player that's in his own head. Like, I think he thinks he's better than he really is. He thinks he's better than he has shown. Like, he had one really good, solid year, and he could turn into the next Jerry Jeudy and not be producing. And it only takes one injury. I don't want to wish an injury on him or anything like that, especially since he's on your team now, Herms. But like, he's that close to not being anything else but what he was Mapletron in his rookie season.
But also, like, what else is he supposed to say? Yep, I'm mediocre, guys. Like, I mean, like, of course he's supposed to say he's really good. Like, in an interview, it's been like, so how good do you think your skills are? No, I'm a schmuck. Like,
I'm a top 3 wide receiver.
There you go. See, you want that type of, like, I would rather have a guy vastly overestimate his ability than be like, yeah, I suck.
I'd rather have the humble guy and say, you want to see how good I am? Watch my team play and just walk off. Like, those are the kind of players that I like.
Corey, I'm proud of you taking Dawson Knox, by the way. I don't know. Corey disappeared. Never mind.
Thank you, man.
He just came out of nowhere.
Thank you. No, I appreciate it, man. I feel like 9th round's a good value on Knox.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, people are out on him.
I'm
the
not
12th round for
knocking it.
Claypool was kind of bad, though, Herms. I'm sorry, just to jump
I
back
asked-
on that.
I asked
He
the
fell
same
way
thing,
too far, and you're right.
Yes.
Craig, I noticed the same thing.
I said it.
Jeff.
No one answered.
Did you get a haircut?
I got a haircut last Friday.
Oh, okay, but you
I
can
was
I was
tell
running a
because
little bit.
the sides are all nice and clean, and
Yeah, you could. Look
Yeah,
at
it was
Jeff.
a little
You
bit
could
longer
totally
than
see
I
his haircut.
normally like to go.
Jeff, yeah, we could see it. You look good.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
shout out Jeff's haircut.
I think Herm's got it.
My sides get pretty gray, though.
Thank you. Thank you. I do it
Gotcha.
for one person only, really. Usually it's Jeff, but Herm's got that joke, so thank you, Herms.
That's what I'm here for.
I wanted
I'm
kind of
just too
similar.
distracted to pick up your jokes, Corey, because I'm worried about this draft. About
Well,
who
I
we
was
can
saying
get
you
in
look
now.
really good, but I had a comment over your head.
Oh yeah, I got you.
Yeah. No, I am worried too, man, and this is why I don't do this type of draft. I have so much anxiety that doesn't even matter because this is a mock draft, but I definitely lost a year of my life. Jeff, you got a
Any
question?
expectations on Rondale? I do have expectations on Rondale. I think that they'll involve him kind of out of the backfield as a target. The thing that I go to is every single time Cliff Kingsbury has been asked this offseason what young player is stepping up and what player is going to be involved, he has said Rondale Moore every single time without fail. And it's one of those that maybe he just wants to pump Rondale up. That happens sometimes with the coach speak, but at the same time, if he's saying the same thing over and over again, I'm not going to ignore it.
Yankees games.
I think you can give him that rookie wide receiver kind of scratch season. It was a messed up season for some. They didn't get the practice in that they needed. They didn't get the exposure, the chemistry built with Kyler Murray. I'll give him another chance, especially since I have him on a couple of rosters.
No! Oh no, Nate!
No,
Nate definitely is tilting. Now it's official.
Nate is screaming.
but I'm okay with Michael. I'm okay with Michael Carter. I think
I'm
there's
feeling
value
bad now that we're all not in the same Scott Fishbowl division. That would have been great, right?
Dude, imagine if it was just the Chaos division.
It's just the Chaos League.
I mean, we could do
gosh.
it probably. So
We probably could
We
get
could.
something there
I'm sure there's a couple, drafts that aren't open. I like my Cars division too much.
with one fan
I really like my indoor.
and 11 Chaos. I saw that last year in like a couple divisions, and
Hell yeah, Ryan. I like Ryan's team.
I have 2 fans
Sorry.
in mine right now, so it's
Sorry
2
to cut you
fans.
off.
I only have 4 people in my division. A little
The
bit.
Dynasty
Ah,
champ.
really?
Yeah.
October,
It's gonna be a 4-person draft. It's gonna be great. The 1 and the 2 and the 11 and the 12 are filled.
You're gonna have a really good team, though.
Oh yeah, that 3rd round reversal doesn't mean shit now.
Yeah, right. It's all the same.
How do we feel about, how do you say his name? Algier?
Algier.
I like it.
Algier. He's French, bro. Algier.
I can already tell Jeff is like, I don't like him.
Because he's taking over Cordarrelle's.
I know you don't.
I'll say the same thing I said last
Trent
year about the
Richardson.
Atlanta Falcons. I don't think their starting quarterback is on the team yet.
No.
Or running
I
back,
mean,
rather. Yeah,
Right.
running back.
I think Damian Williams is a better
you meant
football
they're
player.
going to trade.
Damian Williams would still be in Chicago, but Khalil Herbert just outplayed him because Khalil Herbert's a good football player.
Hey-o.
Yeah, and he did what he needed to do with the opportunity that he had, and then Damian Williams just didn't get back on the field. Damian Williams dealt with injury last year, and it affected him.
I feel bad for Damian Williams too because he had that huge Super Bowl and then he opted out. That next year was that COVID year. He was in line to really, a career-defining payday. And then he sat out because of his family concerns for COVID. And then he comes back and he's just stuck as a backup running back. And it's kind of speaks to how short windows are. It speaks to how fast things change.
Hey,
I
but
don't
he
like
did the
this
right
pick.
thing. He did it for his family.
He did.
I mean, there are worse picks, Jeff.
Hopefully, hopefully these players are just investing right in real life. They have some good accountants on their side, and they're making the right financial decisions too.
Good accountants like Jeff.
Jeff's my favorite. Hit up Jeff if you want any write-offs on your taxes.
He's my favorite accountant.
Yeah, mine too.
I am
if we're being honest.
an accountant.
Man.
No,
I had him queued up. I was so ready.
You had
to
him
hit
queued up?
draft. Yeah, I was so ready to hit draft. God damn.
This is getting.
Or
very
gosh
difficult.
darn. Sorry.
Oh, it's
Here you
fine.
Wait, no.
Gosh darn. Dag nabbit. What are some other
Oh,
good,
darn it.
Oh, darn.
Golly gee whiz.
You know what? I'm gonna do it anyway.
Gee whiz.
Sure. There we go. There we go. Feeling good.
Dude, I love Kendrick.
That's not
Bourne,
bad.
man.
It's not a bad pick. Is Devontae Parker still there, though?
No,
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, but if they're changing up that offense like they say they're changing up that offense, it's basically just me taking a stab on the receiver who I think kind of like fits from like an archetypal standpoint the best.
Fair
Like-
enough. I mean, if I had to choose one, it would probably be Devontae Parker for me. They did go out and they acquired him. Kendrick Bourne kind of just like slipped into that spot last year, had like 60 targets or something like that.
He had more
He
than
did,
that, didn't
but-
he?
They also ended up getting a little bit more creative with him, and then kind of like Jeff was talking about earlier, like whether it's just like the Patriots coaching staff just saying a bunch of really good stuff just to say stuff to distract from the fact that they have no idea what they're doing. If it's actually true that they're trying to revamp certain things,
Sounds like the
Kendrick
Carolina
Bourne is
Panthers.
the most interesting receiver in that room to do some creative things like that. So it's a dart throw and it's a mock draft, but I also kind of wanted to talk about him a little bit. But like, so yeah, like I don't know, Kendrick Bourne seems fun. It could be interesting.
And the word out on Mac Jones this year is that he's stepping up and he's feeling a little bit more comfortable throwing out of the pocket. So I think we could see at least a half a step forward in his career and his passing production compared to the three pass game that we had last year. But hopefully that's the game plan, and we see things start to change a little bit in New England.
So Devontae Parker had 73 targets last season, but he only played in 10 games.
Thank you, Brad Bolt. Thank you, Brad Bolt. Thank you. Exactly.
Ugh. Brad, I disagree. We'll talk about this later.
Ooh. I think Mac rookie year was probably 105% of Mac's ceiling.
I disagree with both of you.
I disagree with that.
I don't know. I'm just not super sold on. I think he's fine. I just think he's
just
I
not
don't
a
know.
fantasy QB. That's what it is. Like,
well, he's not. But then you look at the AFC that they're going to have in
we didn't think
every
Ryan
single year in the
Tannehill
playoffs. He's got to beat three of
either.
Justin Herbert, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, maybe Deshaun Watson, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow. I mean, that's a murderer's row that he's got to go through. And
I mean, look,
you're always going to have the worst quarterback in that situation.
I understand that I am probably higher on Mac Jones than most, which is fine. Robert Mays from The Athletic actually told Brad and I, he's like, he's probably reached his ceiling at this point. And so I kind of disagreed with him. But chances are I'm wrong at this point. If Jeff, Robert Mays, and Brad are telling me that I'm stupid for loving Mac Jones, maybe I should reevaluate.
At best, he's like diet Kirk Cousins, which is fine.
Yeah.
Oh, that hurts my heart, though. That hurts my heart.
He has a ceiling.
That's not a bad quarterback,
QB1.
You know how, dude, literally
Career
the intro to
arc.
the in-between show says, I hate Kirk Cousins. It's my voice.
That is
disparaging
true.
Kirk Cousins.
It just took a long time for people to warm up to Kirk Cousins, because Kirk Cousins took a long time to warm up to being a low-end QB1. He continuously stayed in that high-end QB2 area, and until as of late, when he got Justin Jefferson, then you saw him start creeping up draft boards and getting a little bit more popular because people like Justin Jefferson. When Diggs was there, they weren't all about Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins was that easy guaranteed pick in the 10th, 11th round.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're not seeing that. And then now Mac Jones, players like Mac Jones are that type of player. Even Jared Goff has fallen down that far in drafts. And you know what? I was on best ball. I was playing some best ball on Underdog, and Jared Goff, I took him in the last pick of my draft. Like, all right, cool. I'll take the second quarterback all the way at the end. Yeah,
sure. Yeah, why not, dude? I mean, oh my God, straight up. Like, especially because it's one of those things where, there's not always correlation here. So, like, don't hear what I'm not saying. But at least, like, if you feel good enough about the weapons in an offense, you have to have at least, like, a slimmer, shiny little glimmer of hope, at least in the quarterback, to maybe sometimes do good stuff. And especially in a best ball format, you take those bets. You know what I mean? Like in a season long where you actually have to make those decisions, it's a little bit different. But like, yeah, like if we like all the other cursory pieces, then like, why not trust the quarterback to occasionally do something for you?
Why not?
I mean, personally, I like Jared Goff more than I like Mac Jones for fantasy.
I think that's like the first time I've ever drafted George Pickens. He goes higher than what I would take him.
They keep saying they're going to have him do the juju stuff, probably.
You would have taken a kicker there, right, Jeff? You would have taken a kicker there.
I would never in a million years draft a kicker. That's if you see me draft a kicker in SFB, then send help, because that's going to be my. I'll tell you right now, that's my cry for help.
I'm just going to text you all day of the draft pick. Make sure you take a kicker. Make sure you take a kicker.
Jeff is in trouble. He has selected Justin Tucker in the 11th round. Please send helicopters and EMS.
Something is wrong. Where is our friend Jeff? That's funny.
I hate it. I hate it, but I'm doing it.
Yeah,
I
I was
hate
looking at that guy too.
I don't hate that.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, like, why not? You know, if they really decide to do that weird split headache thing, I mean, like and I think I saw it I saw it on the timeline earlier today. I think it was Sigmund Bloom. He quote tweeted something that came out of the camp or whatever. You know, that quote talking about really being the in between the tackles thing and bringing into question, does Antonio Gibson retain any sort of goal line equity? If he does not, and he ends up just being like relegated to just being a pass catcher, which could be fun for some purposes, I suppose, that does make Brian Robinson such an interesting late target. Like, straight up. Like, no matter how we feel about the offense, they fortified the offensive line after losing, you know, Scherf and a couple other guys just enough for it to be interesting. And, like, you'll take a guy that has first crack at a goal line opportunity that's that big late in a draft any day. Like, that's going to be such a fascinating storyline to follow as things continue to evolve.
And it makes Antonio Gibson completely undraftable at his current ADP. I don't know. I'm not touching him. So good luck to you guys if you are. But the chance that there's a chance that Antonio Gibson is a 4th or 5th round pick that you're getting 6 PPR points a game from. And you know, that's what the running back dead zone is. And there's a real chance that's what Antonio Gibson is.
So Damian Harris or Antonio Gibson, Jeff?
Oh, yeah, ADP, I'll take Damian Harris all day long.
100%.
Straight up, even. I don't know. They're pretty close to me straight up. I'd probably rather prefer to have Damian Harris, to be honest with you.
More solidified role?
Yeah. I mean, how many, where do you think that Antonio Gibson ranked on rushing back attempts last year?
Rushing attempts?
21st.
It was heavily inflated by the second half of the year and like that 4-game stretch that he had, but otherwise, like,
it wasn't much.
Well, tell us.
He was 4th.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
yeah.
Yeah, and he wasn't even a running back 1. He was 4th in attempts.
Dude sucks,
That's
bro.
crazy.
I guess when he is at 100% health, just like any running back. I mean, Damian Harris had his problems last year too with injury, and you know he was in and out. We saw those games that Ramondre Stevenson popped off. If you're not on the field, you can't score fantasy points for us. I mean, that's how it goes, and I think Antonio Gibson did that last year. But I think the Washingtons have learned that they need more depth at the running back position, and that's why they went out and they paid McKissick to stay, and they went out and they got Brian Robinson. And they still have Jared Patterson, who I'm not rostering anymore. See you later. Bye. I mean, it's pretty much done. But
yeah, I just see it a lot with Gibson, and I don't know, he's the theme of the day, I guess, apparently. But you know, a lot of people say, well, I just trust the talent, and it's like, is he a talented athlete or is he a talented running back? Because I think that we're getting some pretty clear signs that the Washingtons don't necessarily believe he's a talented running back. He's certainly a fantastic athlete. But yeah, you know, like I said, he was 4th in rushing attempts last year, and so many people are like, "Well, just give him a chance." He was 4th in rushing attempts, and he was still didn't put it up. And this is a very clear signal from the team what they're looking and seeing. And so, if they have a back in Gibson that they're concerned with ball security and they're concerned with blitz pickup, so then they take the experienced guy out of Alabama on day 2 who specializes in ball security and specializes in blitz pickup. I mean, the team is telling you exactly what they're thinking.
And then also,
what about this?
But also, like, at what point do people stop? Because, and I understand the argument whenever it comes up of just like trust the talent, but like at a certain, and I think about this all the time. Like, at what point in a player's career, at like not only just with like their own production, but with what the team does around them, do we just what does that matter? You know what I mean? Like, at a certain point in the timeline of a player's career, that talent and that profile that we were looking at coming in can't be weighted that heavily. Like, everything you just said is just like, yeah, the team's clearly trying to move away from him, but it's like, oh, but they told us he was going to be CMC. Like, that doesn't matter anymore.
The talent level, I don't think has anything to do with it. I think that Antonio Gibson is a talented athlete. I think it's the fact that there's opportunity there that is getting lost due to the other running backs in the room. And that's what it is. Like, hey, Antonio Gibson, you're not good at pass block pickup. Okay, well, then we're gonna go and draft this guy because Robinson knows how to do it a little bit better than you do, because you were a running back / wide receiver. You didn't really have to do all that. So we won't make you do that. We'll make you do this. You could pound it in there at the goal line. That's fine. You know, and that's what we'll make you do. because we have everybody else to fill the other spots. And then for fantasy, yeah, it sucks because Antonio Gibson was that diamond in the rough that we were taking in the 3rd round of rookie drafts. It's just not going to happen. That's how it goes sometimes.
You know what they really should do is use him like Devo. I'm telling you, and
Yeah.
have Brian Robinson be your bell cow back, and you get some creative usage. Put Antonio Gibson in the slot, bring him around the end on the end around, give him the ball to break the edge. Do those type of things with Antonio Gibson. Get a little bit creative, get him the ball in space, and you'll have Brian Robinson take the pounding inside.
The only tricky thing about that is the fact that Curtis Samuel's still there. Like, in a world where Curtis Samuel isn't there, the window for that is just wide open, everybody.
I mean, the window is wide open either way. They went out and got another receiver. They got Jahan Dotson, who's been great in camp. So
True.
My point being, they're not worried about our fantasy points.
That is
They're worried about winning ball games, and they're just not going to do it either way.
Well, yeah. But I think that's a great point on what people get lost on is that, everybody, and you can see it. If you say, well, I think so-and-so would be a really nice fit with a team, and they'll say, well, they already have the running back. And it's like, you don't understand. You can have more than one good running back to build
Every team has more than one running back on their roster.
It's like, that's so wild on fantasy Twitter. It'll be like, well, you just want to ruin Najee Harris. And it's like, no, I'm looking at this from a football point of view that he probably shouldn't touch the ball 500 times in a season.
Right. Otherwise, and by the end of his rookie deal, he's dust because he's torn, beat up, and worn down. Like that's not what the NFL is trying to do. They're paying these guys millions of dollars to win them ball games.
Yeah. I would prefer it if Najee Harris didn't spontaneously combust. That's just me.
Most would.
I would.
I mean, and it's the truth. You look at it like from the CMC point of view, where they rode him into the ground, and then he started to get hurt. And as soon as he got hurt, or even worse, Todd Gurley. Todd Gurley had 2 great seasons and then nothing after that, and his career was over. They don't want these players to do that. And yes, I get it. There's a certain amount of attrition you need to play in the NFL, but you were giving him the ball on every play. Every defense knew he was getting the ball, yet you couldn't stop him, so we kept feeding him. And then eventually CMC got hurt, and now we are not seeing the same CMC that we hoped that this running back would be. Same thing with Najee Harris. Please don't burn him into the ground.
It'll make me so sad. Yeah, I mean, you'll make Herm sad. I mean, he's already got a quarterback with